I retired and moved and found out that everybody hates me. That's the title of this video. But I want to let you in on a little secret. It's not just when I retired. This has been happening all of my adult life. This has happened every time that David and I have moved. I've noticed the same pattern. I want to tell you a story about when we moved in the 1980s. My big kids, the batch of kids that I call my big kids, were still in grammar school. And I had a group of ladies that I was friends with. At least I thought we were friends. We were acquaintances, to say the least. And we would spend time with one another. We would visit each other's homes. We had each other's kids to birthday parties. Sometimes there were sleepovers. And I really thought that I was connected with these women. I was a room mother and it seemed like we were friends. And this lasted over several years, about 5 years. Then one day, David and I had the opportunity to buy our first house. And this house was in a different neighborhood, but I really didn't think that that was going to change my relationship with these women. Because after all, it wasn't just the kids that was holding us together, although ultimately I realized that that's all it was. The kids that were bringing us together and allowing us to have these friendships. Because when we moved, I gave my big kids an end of year school party. My kids would be moving to another school the following year, and I wanted to give them the opportunity to have their friends from the old school and give them an end of year school party. So I invited all of the ladies, all of the mothers to come in, spend some time with me at the new house, and I would show them the house. And, we could have a chat while the kids were having their party. And none of them, I mean, none of them wanted to come in and see my house. And it was a nice house, but it was really pretty average. It was an older home. It wasn't a nice neighborhood, but it was an older home. It wasn't furnished at the time. We had just brought whatever furnishings we had. Some of the rooms were empty and they did not want to come in. And this really hurt my feelings. I couldn't understand why they didn't want to share in my happiness of a new home. So at the time, that really hurt my feelings. I just couldn't figure it out. And I thought to myself, well, I guess these people just really don't like me. Now let's fast forward to 2005 when we moved from that house in the suburbs to Western Montana. David and I have been curious about this for many, many years because we thought that just the simple act of moving to Montana would create some curiosity in people as to what's it like there? What's the climate like there? What's the food like? What are the people like? There's a certain mystique to Montana, or so we thought. Nobody has been interested in that whatsoever. So have any of you had that experience where you move and people just forget about you, where they're no longer interested in you? I mean, they could care less about you. They're no more interested in you than the man in the moon. That's what it seems like to me, that people just aren't interested. And I know I've been told that I ask too many questions, but to me, that's how I get to learn about people, by asking questions. I'm really just trying to find out something about them. I always thought people are just, interested in themselves. And if I ask about them and they share information, that would foster some sort of relationship. So getting back to this point of moving and realizing that people don't like me, there's a little bit of a different angle here that I was thinking about. And it comes from the movie Larry Crowne. It's the movie with Tom Hanks and Julia Roberts. Tom Hanks is working at a place that looks like Walmart, and he hears his name over the intercom calling him to a meeting. And he gets all excited. He thinks he's going into the meeting because he's going to be Employer of the Month. Well, when he gets into the meeting, the people there tell him that he has reached the top of the pay scale. He has reached any advancement in the company that he could possibly reach. There's no more advancement for him. And it's all because he didn't go to college. Well, Larry is pretty devastated when he gets that news. He's been laid off. He doesn't know what he's going to do with his future. And the rest of the movie is about how he reinvents himself and how he develops and goes on and moves on and embraces that change. But what I want to share that is relevant to this video is when he's talking to his neighbor who has the perpetual garage sale in his front yard. And he says, Larry, fired on Friday, forgotten by Monday. And I thought, yeah, that's really what it's all about. People just forget you unless you're really connected with people. And I guess I haven't really been connected to a lot of people. So I guess that's really what it's all about. Once you move on, you're forgotten. Have you moved and had this experience? Have you changed jobs and had this experience? Have there been situations where people just seem like they don't like you anymore because you've done something different? Because you've moved on from something different? Let me know in the comments what you think. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Marlene, and I'll see you next time.